Hello, I just wanted to talk about Wonderland money today, and I wanted to discuss what was going on. Basically, here it is. If you know, this is a DAO um, that was modeled after Olympus DAO, and they have really high APY. This is their treasury balance currently, and this is how many people are staking in there. So basically, what happened is you may have heard of Wonderland CFO, which is the chief financial officer, was outed as an ex convict. Okay, so they found out his name was Michael Patron. Um, he's a convicted criminal. Okay, he was identified, has been identified. Look, Wonderland Treasury. So he was the Treasury. Treasury is the person that handles the money. Wonderland Treasury Manager has been identified as Michael Patron, I believe that's how you pronounce it, a convicted criminal and co founder of defunct Canadian crypto exchange Quadriga CX. So I guess he was co founder of this crypto exchange. Look, he's expected to step down his his position pending a vote of whether he should be reinstated to the Wonderland team. Wonderland's native token Time took a beating on the news, falling 16%. So everybody found out about him and sold off, and they got out of Wonderland because it's like, do you want a criminal, ex-con, handling your funds? And it's not just that he is, had some criminal activity because what the person, I think it was Daniel, was saying was you need to give people second chances and stuff like that. So he goes on Twitter, he goes, this is his name, OX on Twitter. He goes by the monkeyer OX on Twitter. This is the Wonderland chief financial officer. That's also, I guess that's, maybe that's his title also. So he's been exposed, a convicted criminal and a co-founder of the Canadian exchange. And then he's going to relinquish his position. And so that's what's going on the current news. Why you may wondering what happened to Wonderland Time. It was like at 10,000, and then it went down to like 7,000, and like 3,000, and now I think it went down to like 800. But it's not just that he had some criminal activity in the past. And I wanted to show you actually what the charges were. Okay, so many faces of Michael Patron. So we know he was the co-founder of a defunct crypto exchange in Canada. The exchange collapsed in 2019 with 169 million of investor funds. So he already had a failed project in the crypto space. He served time in the US for his role in an online identity theft ring. Twice he changed his name with the Canadian and British Columbian government from Omar, I don't want to pronounce this wrong. This is his name. I don't know how to pronounce that, but it's Dhanana. And Omar, see, this looks more like maybe a Middle Eastern or Indian or that type of area in the world type of name. And then this last name now, I don't know like what nationality it would be. And now kind of Michael, this one kind of looks like an American sounding name. So he changed his name several times there, which is kind of strange, but and okay. In the US, Patron was charged with several crimes, including pleading guilty to conspiracy to commit credit and bank card fraud in 2005. He was just 22 years old at the time. He allegedly operated a website called shadowcrew.com, now defunct, peddling 1.5 million stolen credit and bank card numbers. So stolen credit and bank card numbers. Okay, so remember there's times where your bank saying things were hacked, stuff like that. This person was involved in things like that. I'm not saying he did this directly to you, but you're always wondering, like, who are these hackers? What are they doing? See, people like this do stuff like this. He, Patron confessed to numerous unrelated crimes that included burglary, grand larceny, and computer fraud in 2017. He served 18 months in prison, just 18 months for all those crimes. And then he reinvented himself by getting involved in cryptocurrencies. And that's pretty much it. You can come read here if you want. This is in beincrypto.com, Wonderland. If you go to this website, and probably go here to search, you might be able to find this article. Yeah, and this was written by Jeffrey Gogo, January 27th. Yeah, so I just wanted to let you know that that's what's going on with Wonderland. So if you're still in it and your thing is you're wondering why the crypto, the Dow is going down and you're losing your money, it's because the scandal's going on. And I just wanted to let you know, it's kind of weird that you would let somebody like that, somebody that had so many financial crimes, let them handle that amount of money that's in Wonderland, and trust. And it's kind of weird how, it hasn't helped. I mean, most of the DAOs are like that. It kind of was like I was in the Tomb Forks too. Like I've posted a lot of videos about that. And I'm not saying that all the DAOs and they are high risk, and people do say that. I think most of crypto is high risk. But I think I was in one of these Tomb Fork things, which I know was obviously a scam. Basically, it didn't even have the buttons to go invest. It only had one button. And if you go to Dex Screener, people are trading. It's totally not pegged at all. Hasn't been pegged for weeks. Nobody cares if it's pegged. And people just go to the Dex Screener and they trade. I don't know if once you create this and people put their money in it, with the fees and stuff, it generates some kind of money in there. Not exactly how it works, but I heard people have done that with the nodes. They'll just buy the nodes and wait for the node to go up without actually creating a node, and then they'll just sell it off, just like if you would in regular trading. So they're not actually, I'm not saying that's illegal or anything, but if you know anything about the internet, there's people that are white hats, black hats, and then like gray hats. So that pertains to like search engine optimization, like getting found online. So the people that are black hats, sometimes they do things that are not considered, proper. And then the white hats and the gray hats. I mean, I'm not saying that if you use a black hat technique, sometimes Google will say everything is black hat now. So it's kind of turned upside down. But, because so now even Google is doing things that are kind of questionable. But, I mean, when I talk about black hat, I'm not talking about like putting your link somewhere just so people see it. Yeah, you can put your link somewhere, but there's a difference between putting your link somewhere and just spamming the internet with like a bot and you get like 200 comments that are even irrelevant. If you've ever seen that, like if in YouTube there's these people will post in the comments and you know it has nothing to do related to the video. They're talking about some other weird thing and it's just very scammy. That's kind of like the black hat I'm talking about. Google is trying to say if you post your link anywhere, which everybody knows, like if you create a Pinterest or an Instagram or one of these social, TikTok, YouTube, whatever it is, Steemit, whatever, they always tell you, oh, do you want to post a link to your other website or other social media? That's not black hat, but sometimes Google will say that. So that's why I was saying Google kind of goes overboard sometimes. I don't know. Sometimes they'll say it is, sometimes they'll say it isn't. It's kind of weird. But that I wouldn't consider that black hat just posting a link. That's different from getting a bot to spam the internet with a bunch of links, like 200 junky links that are crap, and sometimes you click on them and it obviously gets you a virus. So a lot of these people before the crypto space was big, they were going around doing all these black hat things with all this internet scams. You remember all that? Now a lot of these people probably have gotten into this internet, this crypto thing because there's money in it. And all those rug pulls and scams, I'm thinking all these black hats, a lot of them probably have gotten into this scam thing because they were in the scam thing before. They just kind of moved from one scam to the other. And I was just surprised that, Wonderland had that because people kind of thought that they were a little bit better. But at the same time, people are saying Wonderland is still going, everything's still fine. Just because there's one scandal doesn't mean it's over. So it's basically you have to decide whether you like that or not, or if you're willing to forgive that. It's not a big deal to you. You still like the project. So this is not saying, I'm not saying they're good or bad. I'm just saying this is what's happening and I'm just reporting on it. And, it's up to you to decide what you think about it. But I just wanted to give you the current update on Wonderland. So thank you. Have a good day. Bye bye.